that's plenty, but I don't know about this for permanent basis. You put your money in the meter and plug in. Just about every car you see there has an electric cord hanging out of the grill.
The electric dipstick, usually?
Well, electric, you can do that. They have other things. The dipstick is one, and there are others where they take...
heater hose and...
Well, you also... no, they modify things. There's a thing called a freeze plug on your block, but it's not freeze like temperature. It's a German name. And what it really was designed for was an expansion place. If you overheat your engine, rather than crack your case, it'll blow that out.
Oh, like a pop-off valve.
Yeah, and they're usually, most of the engines used to have one, or at least one, sometimes two in the case somewhere. And they have other ones, they'll pull that out in the shop and just press in, and it's just like a hot water heater element, just sticking down in the oil. And that was when I went in and said, hey, I need to get one of these on my car, and the guy said, man, this is best, get this. And they have the oil change or whatever, they pop the one out and press the other one in.
I got a Blazer that has it. It's got one in line with it, about that big around, about that long. It's in line, the heater hose, it goes to the heater cord, it's in it.
It's in that.
Yeah, it's got directions on it, it says keep your heater circulator valve open and stuff like that.
Yeah, because the water will circulate itself as it's being heated and cooled.
Yeah. Or does.
Yeah, you know, like hot air rising, whatever.
Right, cheesy effect. Yeah.
Off of that. Lady I worked with had one of those in her car, and she said that was the same thing. It was something they put in the radiator hose somewhere. It was. And she said all you had to do, she told me whatever setting you leave on your heater, and if it's wide open, as you plug it in and heat it up, it'll just slowly circulate that water through the block or the antifreeze.
Yeah, even the radiator will get warm.
You have to use that.
But
Like a hot water heater element.
I don't really like hot weather. There's a limit to the cold.
It got so cold in Germany one time we had to have guys get up and go out and crank all the vehicles up. That's hurt people detail for them. Crank up the whole motor pool up, run them for 15-20 minutes, set them down and have to do that every 2 hours.
Yeah. I heard about that. They talked about some of them, and some of the heavy diesel equipment they'll never shut down. They just let them load. It's less wear on them.
We had motor fuel engines. You could run anything from alcohol, diesel, gasoline,
Cooking oil, paint thinner.
Yeah.
If it burned, you could run it through it. What else? There's something. Oh, it's never mind. It's cooking oil.
you could even run airplane fuel.
Yeah. The JP4 wasn't nothing for them things to burn.
That makes good house heating fuel too.
None.
That makes good house heating fuel too.
What's that?
Well,
JP4?
we used to take all the daily fuel samples and divvy them up. Because when we went out and sumped all our trucks and everything before we started the day, we had 4 or 5 gallons of fuel, both avgas and Jet 4, Jet 5. And we had these large bottles. Guys would take them and take turns whose car got it, or who was taking the jet fuel home to put in their heater or whatever, because you have to keep it for 7 days in case there's an accident, but they want that fuel sample. So you take the sample every morning and you label the day, and they just sit on the shelf. And you're always taking the last ones off, and it's junk. So it goes in a waste oil barrel, like hell.
Now, what can you put that in if you're using it for your home? Put it
Anything that would...
kerosene heater or something?
Yeah, it is kerosene. It's just going to smell a little goofy because it has stuff in there so coral doesn't grow and things like that. Jet fuel is a wonderful medium for marine life.
It's completely sulfur free too.
And if you just leave it alone and don't come back, you'll grow a reef
Yes.
inside your tank. So you have to put stuff into it.
Out of what?
I don't know what's in there, but it's kind of a problem with kerosene. In the, you don't get it, I don't think you get it in automobile fuel and heating fuel, because they put other additives in, but the stuff they put in the jet engines is pretty pure. And so it doesn't have a lot of other stuff in it. And the cars, the problem is that it's such high octane. It's kind of the highest nitro fuel you can find out on a racetrack around here, so you don't want to pour it in your VW. I made the mistake of doing that one time, and you could turn that key off, take the key out, walk away, and you haven't lost 20 RPM. And it just kept right on running. The only way you'd stop the car was to leave it here, let the clutch out all at once with the brake on, and I had to use that to make it stop. And so we found that we would dilute it. Other guys that were driving, big muscle cars, they poured in. They tried never to have more than half and half gas in there. But when you're making $93 a month, and you can get a half a tank of fuel once a week.
I had a Caterpillar motor engine to run away with.
Detroit.
Bulldozer.
Yeah.
And the only way I could get that thing stopped, I ripped the shirt off and stuck down the grill. I choked it down.
Rip off a fuel line.
I took a piece of plywood on one, it's a 238 inline 671, and it started running away. Somebody started there. They cleaned all of the air filter and stuff out or something, and when they did it was oil filled, and they sucked all that stuff out and it started running away. It was turning 3,000 or 4,000 RPMs. I popped the top on it. Breather, well, we had it in the car working on it. And I threw that over, and it started running backwards. When I done that after a minute, and it sucked all the oil out of the daggone everything and burned it. We had a daggone, looked like a mosquito kill. You couldn't see nothing for a half a mile around. It loaded, it threw two of the rods for it. What was it? They hollered, run, get away from it. This is at Louis Taylor's.
Actually, I wasn't even running the bulldozer. I was out checking everything back, and somebody had left the thing running, and it ran out of fuel. And that's what caused it to run away, the fuse. From the fuel from the empty tank caused it to run away. And I didn't have anything except back on the field. I didn't have anything, but just take the shirt off and stick down that breather cap. Knock the breather cap off and stuff the shirt down in that thing.
It's filling the low ground, though. That's a C.
Huh?
Filling the low ground. That's a C.
Okay. Can you start it?
That goes to hell.
He reminded you. Dixie.
Getting that started.
I'm having trouble getting started too. I'll be back.
The rain's gonna put your cigarette out.
Huh?
The rain's gonna put your cigarette out.
Okay.